What's up, guys? I'm BTC. We just got another brand new legendary for the Overwatch Summer Games 2018, and it's Winston. The next legendary skin is for Winston. It is the baseball catcher, which kind of makes sense because the catcher is really the only player that wears a lot of gear, and since Winston's a tank, it kind of makes sense. I mean, the batter wears a helmet, but that's pretty much it. Everybody else just has a glove, and I mean, really, they could have done that for any character, but for a tank specifically, the catcher kind of makes sense. And as far as the skin, I think it actually looks pretty cool. I'm not really a big fan of baseball, never really watched it, didn't really care for it all that much, but the skin itself I think looks pretty nice, especially the sunglasses. Special attention to the sunglasses because they've got this really I'm too cool for you kind of look going, and I think it definitely looks pretty good. Now when it comes to adding new stuff to the game, really big stuff like maps and heroes require a great deal of development time, and they're not really able to kind of make something in response to a previous thing. So like when they're planning a character, for example, they don't make it in response to the one that they just released because there's simply not enough time in between releasing those two things. But when it comes to adding new skins, because it's mostly just the artist team that has to work on it, they might actually be able to make stuff in response. The reason I bring that up is because Winston hadn't gotten a legendary skin for over a year, and when he finally got a new one, it was during the archive event and it was Specimen 28. And that skin, the response to it was overwhelmingly negative. People absolutely hated it. A lot of people viewed it as just being a slightly more special version of his default skin, and they were pretty upset about it. So I'm wondering if Blizzard looked at that and said, okay, you know what, let's just work on a new skin for Winston and we'll get that put into this year's Summer Games. Now, again, I don't know if they had planned on making something for Winston already, or if they already had the catcher skin already done or anything like that, but I do think that it's possible they could have made it in response to the negative feedback they got for the Specimen 28 one. As for my predictions, I did not have Winston on there. I figured because he had just gotten one with the archive event that he wasn't going to get another so soon, but I really didn't take into consideration the fact that people just didn't like the Specimen 28 skin, and I don't know if that played a factor or not, but regardless, I am 2 for 3. How are you guys doing with your picks? And what do you think about the new Winston catcher skin? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.